Marvel fans, comic geeks, and all the nerds in between that, I am Megan with Vigilante Vibes, and I want to talk about more mutants. Namely, New Mutants. Not the New Mutants, but newer mutants. That was brought to us by Gail Simone in the Uncanny X-Men. If you have not read it yet, you need to. But I want to talk about the Outliers. The Outliers, they're a group of 4 young mutants who sought the X-Men's help upon being hunted by a monstrous creature called the Hag. After engaging in a brief fight against the X-Men over a misunderstanding, the Outliers were taken in as their new students. Now being mentored by some of our favorite X-Men like Rogue, Gambit, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, the Outliers are making a big name for themselves already in the world of the X-Men. Let's start with my personal favorite, Hotaru, aka Deathdream. Hotaru was a mutant born in Kyoto, Japan, and his life started out dark. He actually died 4 times on the day he was born until his mutant power kicked in and brought him back each time. Months later, after his mother passed away, his abilities let him communicate with her spirit, and through her, he learned the strange story of his birth. After that, he decided to go by the name Deathdream. Now, he's a dark character. He's very dark, complicated, but he's so sweet. I want to adopt him. If you haven't read him, it's just every issue she comes out with, Gail Simone, I find myself saying, "Aww," to Deathdream. I love that little dark mutant. But, you know, as well as him being a cinnamon roll of the Outliers, I want to talk about his powers. He has Death State. Deathdream's mutant ability lets him switch between being alive and dead whenever he wants. No matter what form he's in, he can always see the spirits of the dead around him, which is bananas. Necromancy, when he's in his undead form, Deathdream becomes deeply linked to the spiritual world. Soul manipulation, by letting spirits possess him or by summoning their energy, Hotaru can use the powers of the dead in all kinds of ways. He can even create a dark, shadowy aura around himself that lashes out like tendrils to grab or restrain enemies. Like, it's cool. Flight, using these summoned souls, Hotaru can lift himself in the air and fly. Self-resurrection, that is, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Darkness manipulation, Hotaru can control and shape darkness itself, using it as both a weapon and a shield. Contaminant immunity, being part dead has its perks. Poisons and toxins don't affect him at all. Accelerated healing, astral vision. Hotaru doesn't just see ghosts. He can sense supernatural entities connected to the living people too. That means he can tell when someone's haunted or influenced by a spirit. Next one is Valentine, aka Ransom. Valentine Correa was born in Buenos Aires to a rich family who wanted nothing to do with him once they learned he was a mutant. A tale as old as time. The nurses who delivered him realized something was wrong. He had no heartbeat. No heart at all. When he was a kid, things got even worse. Valentine was kidnapped for ransom, but instead of paying up, his parents just said, "No, we're good." The kidnappers eventually tried to kill him, shooting him 14 times. But instead of dying, the bullets made him stronger. His mutant powers kicked in, and Valentine turned on his captors, killing them before escaping. From that point on, he lived on his own and took the name Ransom as a reminder of what happened to him. There's a few issues ago in the Uncanny X-Men that showed what a piece of garbage Ransom came from as a family, and I was excited because I had been waiting and waiting for Ransom to get, his origin. I want to know more about him, because him and Wolverine get along like peanut butter and jelly, and so it's interesting to see where he comes from. But I think he's like the bro of the Outliers. He has everyone's back. He's the big brother, and I love him. So his powers: black hole heart. Ransom literally has a black hole where his heart should be. It's the source of all his powers, and the reason he survived things that should have killed him a dozen times over. Energy absorption. The black hole in Ransom's chest constantly pulls in and absorbs different forms of energy, everything from kinetic impact to magical blasts. The more energy it takes in, the stronger he gets. Superhuman strength. He's very strong. Superhuman durability. His body is tough enough to survive hits that would destroy a normal person. So, cool. The next one, the one we probably know the very least about so far in the Uncanny X-Men. I'm excited to see what happens with her. Sophia Young, aka Jitter. Sophia Young was a mutant from Singapore with a pretty wild ability. She could instantly learn any skill for 1 minute. At first, she used her power to ace her exams, but that didn't exactly make her popular. Some jealous classmates attacked her, and in a panic, Sophia used her powers to pick up martial arts on the spot. Unfortunately, she hit back a little too hard and accidentally paralyzed one of them. They had it coming. You're good, girl. She's the mutant that we haven't gotten to see too much of in Uncanny X-Men, so I'm interested to see where Gail Simone takes Jitter. Also, I have to mention, Jitter has a little flirtation going on with the next mutant I'll talk about, and between you and me, they're super cute together, and I hope they stay a next couple. So yeah, what is Jitter's actual power? It's hyperfocus. Jitter's mutant power enables her to acquire any skills she wants for 1 minute if she concentrates hard enough. It could be martial arts, acrobatics, medical skills, really any skill. I think that's really cool. Next one, Becca Simone Pinay, otherwise known as Calico. Becca, yes, the same Becca of the Loudoun County Simone Pinays, was born into wealth and raised by an overprotective mother who kept her sheltered from the outside world. Her mom wanted her to be the picture-perfect American princess and drilled into her a fear and hatred of mutants. So when Becca eventually discovered she was one, it completely messed with her sense of identity and self-worth. Becca's closest bond was with her horse Ember, with whom she shared a psychic connection. But her quiet, privileged life did not last long. She and Ember were hunted by a terrifying creature called the Hag, and this is when she runs into the other Outliers. Then this is where they run into the X-Men, and they all become a happy little X-Men family. So, what is Calico's powers exactly? Psychokinesis. Calico is a mutant with a strong psychic power that let her manipulate things with her mind. Telepathy. She's capable of mental communication and other telepathic feats, though the full extent of her power is not clear. Summoning. Calico can physically summon her horse Ember from anywhere. She once called Ember straight to a mall to help her and her friends who were attacked by sentinel dogs. Mind link. Her psychic bond with Ember runs very deep. The two share thoughts, emotions, and instincts thanks to their telepathic connection. Power bestowal. Through that connection, Calico can transform Ember into different horse forms, each with unique abilities. Psychic constructs. When she changes Ember's form, Calico can also create physical objects made of pure psychic energy, like armor, a sword, even wings for the both of them. Fire generation. Calico can physically create and control fire, real flames that burn like normal fire, but completely under her mental command. So together, these mutants form the Outliers. They're powerful, they're compelling, and they come with so much depth that makes you want to know so much more about them as a group and individually. If you haven't checked out Gail Simone's Uncanny X-Men, it's in From the Ashes era, which is the current era. I made that weird, I'm sorry. You absolutely should. It's easily one of the best things to come out of From the Ashes, and Gail, you could tell, puts her heart and soul into it. It always has incredible artwork. Personally, I'm a big fan of Luciano Vecchio's work in it. It just sings to my soul. It makes me very happy. Or you can check out my reviews of each and every issue on nerdinitiative.com. I will have that link right below the episode. So, thank you for taking this journey down, learning about more mutants with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope I talked some of you into checking them out, because I need more people to talk about this with. I feel like no one wants to talk about mutants, especially New Mutants, anymore, so help me out there, guys. Also, be sure to like and subscribe, and with that being said, have a marvelous day.